Hey guys, what's up? Zombie here, and welcome to Surviving Depression with Evilzombie. This is the 5th episode, episode 5. So, we're gonna have some fun today. Okay, so first off, who am I? I am Evilzombie. I'm just a guy. I'm not a doctor. I'm a person who goes through major or clinical depression, and I have since pretty much middle school. And I'm well over college age now. But I just wanted to be real with you guys, and I'm a real person who has gone through the same things that you are going through, and I want to talk to you about how you can help yourself not have to go through it quite as badly. So I want to help you deal with your depression and survive, because that's what we do here. We get to survive, and we get to live life to the fullest. So I want to talk to you guys about that. I have been through really rough times, just like you have. I have attempted suicide in the past, and I decided I would never do it again because it was a failed attempt, and that opened my eyes. So I want to help people. I want to show you that you can do it without medication if the medication is not working for you. Now, I am personally not on medication, and I have tried it. I have gone on it. I've done therapy. Those things just didn't work for me, and they might not work for you. If your doctor thinks that medication will work for you, please listen to your doctor because, like I said, I am not a doctor. He is the professional, not me. But if they did not work for you and you're looking for another method, then feel free to listen and maybe you'll learn something that can help you out in the future. Okay, so today I wanted to talk about kind of a combo episode. There's a couple goals today. Because I wanted to talk about social life and all that, how that can help you improve your situation. But I also wanted to talk about hobbies, and these kind of go hand in hand for the same reason. There's one thing they have in common, which is why I lumped them into one episode, and I waited till the end to talk about both of them together. So that's why we're doing kind of a combo episode. I'm going to do my best not to let it run on too long. So we're moving on here, guys. Let's have some fun. If I can find the thing, yes. But yeah, guys, okay, moving on to the next part. So, last week, what we talked about the third method, and then the third method that we're using to survive depression, and which basically was sleeping. How sleeping properly can change a lot of things in your life and help you just feel better all around. And that, in turn, will help out you with your depression issues, because I know you're not sleeping well. But you need to make sure you do, and there's different ways you can go about changing your habits so that you can sleep again. So that's what I talked about last week and how it can help you. Wow, I talked a lot without breathing. But yeah, guys. Okay, so moving into the main part, hobbies and why you need to get one. So the first part is going to be hobbies, and the second part is going to be about social life and how they kind of go hand in hand together. I'll explain more on that in a bit. Okay, so personally, I like to pick up hobbies. That's my main method of surviving depression overall. I mean, I like to pick up hobbies. It keeps my mind busy. For me, personally, I do like YouTube, playing games and stuff. I do YouTubing a lot. I do tutorials, doing the podcast like this. And my goal is always to try and continually like just improve quality a little bit, change something every single episode, change how I go through the editing or things like that. Just try and boost your quality a little bit every time. I'm OCD. Yeah. I kind of just do that. Working out, zombies, Godzilla, those are my hobbies. Those are all those things are basically what I do to keep me busy. Which moves us to our next point, it keeps your mind busy. Hobbies keep you busy. That's exactly what they do. They stop you from sitting twiddling your thumbs and focusing on the past. It keeps your hands busy, it keeps your mind busy, you're focused on the task at hand. And you enjoy doing it because it's your hobby. Like, the more you do, the less time you'll have to dwell on dark stuff. So, if you like going through and learning how to do card tricks, pick that up. Start doing it. If you like tinkering with cars, pick up a wrench. Go out and do it. Basically, having a hobby will help you a lot in the long run. Even in the short run, because it keeps you busy, and you shouldn't be sitting in the house alone moping about what you don't like about life. What you should do instead is just like, if you get frustrated and you want to go hit a punching bag, get some gloves, go do some boxing. That's a hobby, and it's a great exercise, which also helps out in several other aspects of your life. It'll probably make you feel really excited and adrenaline rush, happy, all that. Play a video game if you like. Go do some drawing. Take pictures. There are so many things you can do that have a lot more that go into them. When you start drawing, you have to think about what kinds of pencils you want to use, different techniques for drawing the picture that you're trying to draw. If you're doing photography, you have to get certain you have to learn how to use the camera properly. I've done classes on that as well. It's a lot of fun. It really kept me busy trying to learn everything. It's like taking a whole class on something to learn more about what you love to do, which I think is pretty important, trying to learn more and more about what you love to do. Because if you're doing what you love to do, you have less to complain about. And that is a very important part of life. And I think that is going to be a big step that you need to take if you're trying to survive depression. If you've gone this far in the podcast and you're on episode 5 now, that shows that you want to make a difference in your life and you're looking for things to keep your mind busy and not thinking about dark times when you're going through dark times. Personally, me, I go through all those things I've listed, as well as I have 2 kids. Yes, and my attempt was after I already had those 2 kids, so yeah, I understand if you're going through a hard time. Because life can be tough. I mean, it really can. But you just gotta keep pushing through it, and things do get better. I mean, life only goes up. If you're at rock bottom, you have nowhere to go but up, seriously. You've hit rock bottom, then where else are you gonna go, right? If you're thinking about ending things, where else are you gonna go? There's nothing to do. If you're going to do that, there's nothing that can make your life any worse. So try and pick up a hobby and see if it helps. Seriously, at least see if it helps you. Because if it makes any difference at all, it was worth it. It was well worth it. And I hope that it is worth it for you. Because you deserve it. You deserve to be happy. Oh yes, it's going to make you try new things also. Like the big thing I mean by that is it makes you try new things in new ways. So when you're trying to pick up a new hobby, you're experiencing new parts of life that you have not seen before. You're learning things, you're pushing your mind. It's being adventurous. Even if it's something like going collecting comic books or trying just collecting things. I'm a collector. I collect things too. A lot of hobbies. Basically, it shows you how to do new things and branches your mind out, and then it starts making you ask the question, why not, or what if? Those are important things to ask yourself that can make a big difference in your life and your journey. Okay, guys, but what it's all about is enjoying the journey and not the destination. You don't want to pick up being a photographer or working on the computers because you want to suddenly be the master of that. You do it because you like doing it. And that's exactly what a hobby is. You don't care how good the product came out. What you want is just to get to make it. If you like making films, it's not really that much about what the end product was. Like in my opinion at least, it's not about what the final product came out to be. It's mostly about what the experience was making it, the whole journey to get there. That's what it's about. Who cares about anything past that? Just enjoy what you're doing when you're doing it, and the end product will be good no matter what you're doing. I mean, it will be what you want it to be if you're doing it your way. I'm saying stuff like that a lot, but it's very true. And what you gotta do, a big part of it, is try and do something better every time you do it. Like, just try and improve a little tiny bit, tiny minute bit every time you're doing it. Like for me, I love doing like the YouTubing and the podcasting. So I try and improve something every time I start doing an episode. So 3 times a week I'm trying to improve what I'm doing. And I'm doing this for a couple years, but there's always something for me to learn. Like I'm tweaking the settings a little tiny bit every single time, or like I tweak things all the time. Like I learn a little bit more about equalization, change the microphone spacing a little bit, see if it works better. Camera angle, better lighting, things like that. But for me, I'm just trying to keep it going the best I can so that you can get better stuff all the time. And I enjoy it as well. It helps me so much to have something that I like to push for. Okay, guys. But yeah, that's something very important I think you need to look at. Always try and improve it a little bit every time you do it. And next part, guys, social life. So we're on part 2 of our main topic, social life and why you need to meet people. Okay, basically, we are social creatures. We are very social creatures. This is the core sense of what we are. We do better around more people. If you're staying alone and avoiding people, you are weaker. You cannot get as much done, and there's a problem there. And you start thinking and dwelling on all the dark pasts that you have, or just how much you hate life around you. If you don't have people around you, or you're not putting yourself in a situation where there are people around you, you dwell. You dwell on dark times, and that's just a fact of it. Because your mind, if it's like mine, just goes straight to the dark zone. Yeah, and then you just start considering bad things. What you do is you put yourself out there. Because naturally, we as humans adapt. And we become, well, and I don't even believe in things like evolutionary. That's not my belief system. I don't believe in evolution. That's not my belief system. But I do believe people adapt to what's around them, at least. On an individual level, to my understanding. So, people adapt to what's around them. So, if you surround yourself with people that are happy, cheerful, want to do several things, are outgoing, it will have a big impact on your life. Because it will start affecting you. You'll start mimicking behavior to fit in. It'll start sticking. It'll be part of you. And it just kind of forms into you over time. You start picking up the habits of the people around you, and that's just how we are as people. So that is a really big reason for you to start going to hang out with people, because it will change your outlook on a lot of things. And it's a great way to keep busy and not dwell on things, because if you're with other people, you're going to be interacting with them. You're not going to be sitting quiet and alone, because you're going to be with people. And I will say that a lot, because you need to be with people. I mean, it helps. It's probably the best way to not let your depression get to you. Go out and be social. Do something with people. You and your friends, even if you're too old, go to Chuck E. Cheese. Why not? Because you can have pizza and you can play DDR. Why not? All in the same place. Or a golf course or mini golf, things like that. Because you already know when you're alone, your mind goes to a dark place. So don't be alone. Pick up a hobby, go do your new hobby with your friend. Maybe you can get a friend that has the same hobby as you. It can happen. I play games, and a lot of other people play games too, so that's where my friends come from. I've actually made some good friends just here on YouTube. No, you're listening to this probably on iTunes. This podcast doesn't go on YouTube. But on my YouTube, I made a lot of good friends that I still talk to quite often because they have the same hobby as me. We talk about microphones, different things we can do to change settings, and just cool things. So I really think that you should at least look into considering these two things, because it should make a big difference in your life. Okay, guys. So that's where we're wrapping it up. Thank you so much for watching this. If you watch all the way up to episode 5, good for you. I hope it's making a difference in your life. And I hope that you can feel better about yourself, you can feel better about life, and that you'll keep going. Because you're worth it. You really are. You're just worth it. Okay? I hope it helps someone out there. I'm doing this podcast just to help people, not monetizing it in any way. I'm not even putting it on my YouTube channel or advertising it. I just want people to be able to find it if they're looking for depression and a hard time. I just want this to be able to help people. That's the entire purpose. So have a good one, guys. If you're watching this, if you want to see more stuff, comment on it. You can email me at evilzombie@protonmail.com. Okay, evilzombie@protonmail.com. If you have any questions, if you want to see anything else, if you want to hear another topic, if you want me to answer a question, talk to me. We'll talk, okay? I have no problem with that. I'm happy to chat with you guys. You're my buddies. You guys are my life, okay? My hobby is this. This is what I love doing. I want to interact with you. I want to talk to you. Help me be your friend. So if you're having a hard time, please talk to me. Okay, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you do want to hear anything else I've done, I wait to do self-promotion stuff or at the very end of anything I do, because that it would be cheap and underhanded to do it at any other time. So very end of my stuff. If you want to see more of my stuff, go to my YouTube at youtube.com/evilzombie. And if you want to listen to the other podcasts I've done, just search for Evil Zombie's Lair. Those are that one and this one are my only podcasts right now. So have a good one, guys. I hope you have a great day. Just have a great Christmas and keep being awesome. Okay, see you guys later. Have a good one.